Thanks to David for his succinct and interesting introduction. As David said, I am Councillor Lynne Short, Convener of Dundee City Council's City Development Committee. My role means that I'm one of the people responsible for the promotion of jobs in the local economy, the maintenance of the city's road network, transportation facilities and a wide range of services designed to both seek out opportunity and respond to the needs of the city as a whole. So a very wide-ranging brief, but one that makes city development the natural home for a project like the mill. But why city development in a city like Dundee? Why is this place such a natural and easy fit for the creation and coordination of existing and future smart mobility projects? Dundee is a key player in the Scottish economy, with strengths in sectors like contact centres, digital media, financial services and life sciences. And this is great as far as it goes. But if you dig just a little bit deeper, what you'll find is a wellspring of creative, talented people with the drive to make things happen. We are a city with a plan, a 30-year plan to be precise, a plan that we are almost 2/3 of the way through delivering, and wow, has it been delivered so far? We just need to look out the window here to see that. Like many other places in Scotland in the latter part of last century, this was a post-industrial community in serious decline, directionless and drowning, losing many of its brightest and best to Glasgow, Edinburgh, Manchester, London and the wider world, struggling to attract talent and investment and a secret no one wanted to know. But through vision, hard work, lots of reinvention and telling this story to anyone who would listen, and some that wouldn't, let's be honest, we are transforming the city of Dundee into a world-leading waterfront destination for visitors, businesses, through the enhancement of our physical, economic and cultural assets. Delivering that plan has created a magnetic halo around Dundee that we dreamed of, then envisioned, and now we're making it real. The reality includes the opening next year of the V&A Museum of Design, Dundee, the designation as a UNESCO City of Design and significant inward investment in many fronts. We use design as a cornerstone to address both social inequalities and opportunities that exist in the city and are currently heavily engaged in social design, remodelling public service and community engagement. However, none of this happened by itself. It needed the right people in the right posts with the right skills and the drive, vision and ambition to make it work. A number of people have been credited with the saying, "The harder I work, the luckier I get." But no matter who said it, it is true of the leadership currently at the helm of the good ship Dundee. Not just at Dundee City Council, but as great as we are, we couldn't make it happen alone. Taking Dundee forward is the business, job, passion of dozens of individuals across the public, academic, private and third sectors, and all that play their part in leading the city towards the delivery of the long-term vision. Partnership is definitely where it's at. Lots of talented people in many fields have found that if they have an idea in Dundee, it's the place to bring it to life, nurture it and watch it grow. We are open to innovation. We are willing to try things, and yes, we're willing to sometimes fail, but only if that snake is used to locate and climb the ladder of success. Take our experience with electric vehicles. I make no apology to those of you who have heard all or some of this before. It's something that we as a city, and I personally am very proud of. It's perhaps the perfect example of all I've been talking about so far, and the strongest answer to the question of why would you put a mobility, integration, living liberty in Dundee. From a standing start with no electric vehicles, no charging infrastructure and no incentive to own or operate one, Dundee City Council now has the largest fleet of electric vehicles of any authority in the UK. 87 so far and counting. Now I'm determined that it's definitely 87 because the guys that buy them are in the room, so it can't have gone up again. We are a past winner of the Green Fleet magazine's Public Sector Fleet of the Year and Low Carbon Vehicle Operator of the Year. And in fact, very recently, I was sent to Coventry, not in that way, but I went with two of my colleagues and we have in the room our fleet manager, Gary McRae, who is a current Green Fleet EV champion. The city around you has one of the most extensive charging infrastructures in the UK, and hot off the presses, we heard this afternoon that our first vehicle hub will be available at the end of January in Lochee. We also have a Tesla infrastructure charging hub for 8 vehicles at the outskirts of the city. Talking of the charging points, we really do have such an extensive travel, and we learnt this afternoon that 9 of the 10 busiest in Scotland are all here in Dundee, which is amazing. So, this magic halo effect I touched on earlier is to be seen in the area of low and zero emission vehicles. The more we do, the more we invest and the interest we attract. A classic virtuous circle that the mill is hoping to propel. Those of us who know Dundee will know that a circle is a very different thing here, but that's a whole different story. I want to finish by saying that while everything I've said is important and is of course good news for Dundee, it's not only good news for its own sake. Innovation, design and creativity are economic drivers, jobs and wealth creators that Dundee needs to continue its journey and to deliver the 30-year plan. The economic opportunities that are being created are for everyone. The Dundee cake is big enough for everyone to have a slice, and you're more than welcome to come here and try it for yourself. When we're talking mill, we're not going back to the days of the dark, satanic mills of Baxter's and Caird. We're talking about this live, living laboratory. And can I sign up to be a mouse? Thank you.